get it.
Y'all ready?
Let's get it. Good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Wadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahushua, and sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let I get out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Yahushua has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. Hey, so we out here once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahushua, hey, to do the job the Most High created us for, man, to uplift and exalt Yahweh, Yahushua in the earth. You see, to prophesy the death, downfall, and destruction of America, man, and today we got a special guest, man. We got the elder Ayathan out here. One of the other bishops from Connecticut, man, blessing us with his presence. So we're just gonna get right into it, man. Whatever y'all brothers got, we just gonna let it flow. You got it.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat.
So that's what everything is leading up to, man. Everything we see going around, everything we see happening in the earth is all leading up to the day of the Lord coming to pass, man. You see? And it's going to come out of nowhere for these people who are not watching, who are not being diligent, who are not being circumspect. Because when you look around, man, these people don't know what the hell is going on. They're looking for America to go back to being what it was 10, 15 years ago. You see? These people, they getting prepared to hop into the metaverse, man. They're not looking for Yahweh to come. So when it comes, it's going to catch them off guard, man, out of nowhere. You see, and what does that day consist of, man? According to what the Christian church tell you, oh, it's going to be a day of love and peace. The Lord going to come back and join everybody together. We're going to have lemon drops and, you know what I'm saying, damn slumber parties or whatever it may be. No, man, Yahweh Shah told you that he coming back to do work, man.
Luke 12:49.
God,
brother, get that.
He coming back to do work. He coming back to do the will of the Heavenly Father. This is why Yahweh Shah said what? Hey, Lord, I come in the volume of the book that is written of me to do thy will, O Most High. And what is the Most High's will? To end this place, man. You see? All these people talking about they know what the Most High knows their heart, they have a personal relationship with the Most High, but they don't understand what the will of the Most High is, man. The Most High is about to cook this fucking place and everybody in it.
That's the goddamn right. Hey, well, that scripture goes right into it.
We got it right here. You say Luke 12:49?
God, I come to send fire.
Con.
Yep.
This is Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled?
That's what it is, man. This is what Yahweh Shah's prepared to do. Why? Why? It's because all the wickedness is going on, man. This place is out of fucking control, man.
You know what, brother? The first thing they fucked up on is they waiting for this guy to come back.
Oh man.
Right? They waiting for this guy to come out of the sky, like oh, with a bunch of little sheep and little children around him and shit. But yeah. So the Lord said He's coming with fire. All right. So this image right here, this image is gonna be totally destroyed. This right here is an idol, right? This is an idol. This is not the man that's coming back in the clouds. Okay. The man that's coming back is a so-called black man, and his name is not Christ or Jesus. His name is Yahushua, and he's the power of you so-called Negroes. Those of you that are so-called Negro descent and so-called Indian descent, when the Lord comes back, He's come back to save y'all. But y'all got to come back to who you are. You know, you're part of the 12 tribes of Israel. You got to get off Negro and Mexican and all those names. Because when the Lord comes back, like we just read, He's coming to send fire. So if you're on the wrong side of the fence, you're going to get burnt up.
Because at the end of the day, Yahushua said, what? He that ain't with me is against me. Yahushua's come to put all his enemies down, man.
That's like during the Passover. That's like the Israelites that don't take part in putting the blood on their doorposts, man. The angel of death, you're in danger of that.
I got it there,
Go ahead, whoever got
2 Ezra 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Go back to that first verse.
Verse 1, 2 Ezra 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great numbers. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
The way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Does that not represent America right now? You know what? Like, I remember growing up, I never heard Jakes talking about I'm an atheist. I never heard that shit growing up, right? Now you got Jakes, our own people, talking about they're atheists. So this place, we're just dealing with our people, because forget everybody else, they have totally forgotten about the Most High. That's the last thing on their mind is the Most High, right? So this land is barren of faith. Why think everybody's running to get that jab, right? The scriptures say, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help." These people ran and got that jab. These so-called churchgoers that talking about I'm waiting for Jesus, especially you women, talking about I'm waiting for Jesus. Jesus is my man. Well, you didn't go to pray to Jesus to protect you from the pestilences, right? Y'all read the book of Psalms all day in church. What about Psalms, the 91st chapter? When the Lord said that he's going to protect you from the pestilence that walks in the darkness. What happened to the faith? Our people totally lost faith in the Most High. They don't know his name. They don't know what he looks like. They don't know his ways, right? They think that they think God really blessed America. He's with homosexuality. He's with lesbianism. They really think he's with the LGBT community, that God is marching with them. So the faith is barren in this land, right?
Verse 8, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often, it says often, but going into often, sent out again.
Hey, wasn't there a fire last week over here? A huge fire over here?
They said it was the biggest fire in Colorado history.
Yep, and it was snowing over here.
Which happened in ancient Egypt. You had fire and hail, which snow is just ice and, it was together, mingled together.
Now I spoke about the confusion, right?
Right.
So these people out here, they're totally confused because Esau. This is what Esau is doing, right? Because this is part of his order of chaos, which is order out of chaos. He puts out information, then disinformation. So he have Dr. Falsey going on there and saying one thing today, then tomorrow he says something opposite. So these people don't know what the hell to believe because Esau puts his information and disinformation. Because what Esau does, he plays what's called psyops games, psychological warfare, to keep you effed up in the head, which is really, that comes from the Most High, actually. But that way, these people they're like suspended in fucking confusion. They don't know which way to go.
Like I do DoorDash, and you go out doing your DoorDash, and you got some restaurants that are enforcing the mask mandate, and you got others that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's like you could be walking into a restaurant like, oh shit, I forgot my mask, and you go, oh, it's no big deal here, but it's like confusion, man.
So they told you what the dart will protect you from the Windows 19, but now it doesn't protect you. Now with one shot, now you gotta get 3 or 4 shots. So they just straight up messing with y'all. But that's the Most High because he said what? He's gonna spread a gross darkness on this place.
It says, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right? Now y'all remember when the C-19 first started, right? You had rats and wild animals coming out. I don't know if it happened out here.
We had rats out here last week.
See? Yeah, so the animals are being displaced. Because what? They gotta look for food. Now when it gets really bad, guess who's gonna be the food? It's gonna be these people out here. You got mountain lions and shit. You got buffaloes out here, right? These wild buffaloes gonna be running right down here. What is it, 16th Street or whatever? You don't see buffaloes running down.
Bears be out here.
Bears and shit.
And that's the part that the elders saying that because they have a wild refuge for buffalo up here in Commerce City. and then all that's holding them back is a fence.
Oh yeah, remember I caught a picture of a deer downtown not too long ago.
Check that out.
And the brother a couple months ago, I'm a Wampada spotted a bald eagle down over here. I just spotted another one just a couple. What was it, last week?
Yeah, them eagles will fuck you up, man.
And if I can say, you know, the adventurous woman, it says that dart changes your DNA. And they said that the children are going to carry that change in their body when they're produced in the woman's womb.
Shit, and also, man, these damn children now, man, they a bunch of wild beasts.
Right?
Yeah,
You see? All this some damn, some of these new cats that coming out, these rap niggas, man, these niggas are straight demons, man. They talking about they gun you and your mama down, your grandma, your children. And they really out here doing that shit. And every time you go on Instagram, it's a bunch of what? Jacob, when they killing each other, man. Those are those mistress, those monsters these mistress women are bringing forth.
The testimony to that is like you know, like it was just being said, Jake back in the day was never saying they were atheists, man. Now all these newer generations are more messed up, man. So Esau has taken power over the world and has just indoctrinated every single one of us, man. That's why Yahweh Shai said we need to be reborn again. You see, this world has taken us too far, man, and all these children being born, learning nothing but sin, man. 3 years old learning how to twerk. 3 years old learning what the difference of gang violence is, man. You see, learning black culture, brown culture.
Well, y'all know what the new religion is now, right? Everybody's leaving Christianity, Scientology, and witchcraft. They all leaving the churches going to witchcraft.
Especially even that witchcraft heavy, man. They be on social media talking about how they can trap a nigga up. He don't know I put that red sauce in his spaghetti and shit. This is the type of stuff they doing, man. This is the type of generation we living in here in Babylon the Great. And this is the shit that Esau breeds, man. You know? You have some more on that, Koyo?
No.
1 Corinthians 15 and 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of God, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
That's what the Lord Yahweh Shah coming to do, man. This right here, what we see around us, it's not going to be established forever, man. This is only temporary. This is like, basically, we're in the matrix, man. We're in a simulation. And Yahweh Shah is coming to reset this whole thing, man. By destroying what? By destroying Esau's beast system. You see? He coming, all this shit that we know right here, this is not going to be what it is in the kingdom of heaven, man. This is going to be a thing of the past. You see? But it begins with what? Hey, it begins with the men of the Lord coming out here proclaiming these things and the Lord bringing it to pass. You see? So all these people who are in that spirit of fucking make America great again and going back to what it was in the 90s and whatever. You got, man, I be talking to my family, they're talking about they got 10, 15 year plans for Babylon. I'm like, what? I'm not trying to be here for another 10 years, man. I'm Lord willing, it'll happen this year, man. We trying to go home. We trying to enter into forever, man.
Well, you know what it shows you? It shows you these people just blind eyed it, bro. Because this place, the way it's looking now, like 2022,
it's already
the last thing, the next thing, the only thing left is really is a chip. World War III and a chip, which y'all was talking about right before the camp opened. That Russia, they ready to get busy.
That's right.
They ready to get down. You know, because the only thing holding them back is the Most High. Cause it's just not that time yet. You know what I'm saying? The clock is ticking. You know.
Because you have at the end of 2020, what was that? 21. You had a whole bunch of information on what the MOTB coming out at the end of the year. You see. And now it's ramping up even more. They're talking about it more and more and more because what? This is the time we're entering into. You see, and this is why they come with all these distractions. Because they're about to put you into this system, man. They're about to lower your ass up into the metaverse, you see, so you can live your digital lives, man. And all that's gonna be what? Ran upon the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Probably shouldn't have said that.
I got a scripture.
Might get it straight.
The CHIP.
Habakkuk, right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, you know what? I'm gonna start at 1. Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch. If y'all want to jump in, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
Because what? We are the watchmen of Israel, man. This, when you really look at it, man, everything you went to in your life was leading you up to this. You see, this is what you were ordained to do before the foundation of the world was laid. Now we're standing upon that tower telling our people. You see what the Most High has to say. That's why the Most High said what? prophesy unto my people the words I put in thy mouth, man. That's what the watchmen do, day in and day out. We don't take no breaks. We don't take the winters off, man. We out because the sheep have to be worn and fed around the clock.
Brother, hold that, and somebody get Isaiah 42:9.
I got you.
Yeah, come. Because look, the watchman is not everybody. It says, I will stand upon my watch. What does that mean? It means the Most High set aside certain men, the prophets. And somebody could get Jeremiah 28:8,
Hosea 10 and 12.
Hosea 10 and 12. You got Isaiah 42?
I got you.
You got Isaiah,
Isaiah 42 and 9, it says, behold, the former things have come to pass.
Behold, the former things are come to pass. Another word for that is history, right? History are former things that already happened. Go ahead.
And new things do I declare.
New things do I declare. What does that mean? Things that are going to happen. Another word for that is prophecies, right? Things that are going to happen. Go ahead.
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Before they spring forth or before they happen, I tell you of them. So this is the Most High, whom the world calls God and Jesus Christ. That's not their names, by the way. He speaks with the prophets and he gives them signs. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. And he puts on their spirit to go out and to warn the people, right? So the prophets, they out here and they watching for these signs that the Most High gave. That's what it means by I will stand upon my watch. Because back in the day, or even now when you went security, right? If you brothers know the security business, you got different watches, right? So from this time to this person, one person is on the watch. From this hour to this hour, another person's on the watch. So the Most High got watchmen set up across the world. Over here in Denver, Colorado, you got the watchmen set up over here.
God, that's what we're doing.
That's what we're
Our
doing.
post.
We watch it. All right? We bring this out in a second. But then it says, he will send me upon a tower. So what's a tower? The tower, when you read Proverbs 18 and 10, it says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. So the tower is his truth, his knowledge that we abide in. Right? It's like a hidden tower. You don't know it, you don't see it, but around us we got angels protecting us. Okay? Around us. That's a hidden tower that the Most High is speaking about. So we come out here, we boldly speak the word of the Lord. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people want to come out here and do us harm, but we know the angels are watching. These brothers, you've been in plenty of situations when niggas and people want to come up here and do harm, and the Most High will, cause something to happen to where that shit just falls to pieces. Okay, because we out here to do a job. All right, you got something, right?
This is Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
You want to go into it?
So yeah, man, this is how the Most High speaks. This is Jake's problem, man. This has always been Jake's problem. They think the Most High is supposed to get off his throne, come to the earth and speak directly to each and every one of them. No. The Most High has his men set up to do this, man. The Most High has the men set up to give you the proper wisdom, not to understand it. Jeremiah 3:15. You see? But our people are so damn proud, they can't accept that. Oh, who are you to tell you a man just like me? Well, no, man. We're different. The Most High has ordained us to speak with His words, man.
Yeah.
You see?
I'm gonna cut you off, man. You gotta go. See, the Most High is not gonna come down. He's the Most High. He ain't gotta do shit. He ain't gotta do shit. Come on. He's not gonna come down himself and speak to you. He's gonna send his men. That's why he refers to us as servants. The prophets are his servants. Now there was one time when you go back into Egypt with Moses, right? All the power that Moses had and the miracles, these niggas were so rock-headed, right? They said, look, we ain't gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? We'll speak to the Most High himself. Yeah, get out. We'll speak to the Most High himself. So the Most High said, all right, have them sanctify themselves for 3 days. Don't go near your wives. Right? So after the 3 days, the Most High started making his way down. You know, it's lightning and thunder. That's how the Most High makes his entrance. The Most High he's pure fire. He's a pure spirit. So they saw the lightning and the thunder, and there was back then, when you ever been in the country, when lightning and thunder hits, it's not like over here with all the smog and shit. God, it's crystal clear, and that fucking thunder echoes through the whole between the mountains and shit. You can feel that shit through your bones. So the Most High is coming down. They said, "Oh shit!" And they said, "Nah, Moses, we'll just deal with you."
You know what, man? We're gonna deal with you, Moses. This is too much.
Good, yeah. So We trying to save you before the Most High makes his appearance, or Yahweh Shai. Before that shit goes down, because we'll go back to Luke 12:49. The Lord said, when I come, I'm coming with fire.
I got you.
Isaiah 66:15.
I was holding that. That's the
Man, just hold these, because,
That's the spirit. I was holding that. It came right back to it.
yeah, man.
I got you. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord would come with fire.
The Lord will come with fire. Now, this is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? It says he's coming with fire. Because when they teach you that he's coming back, they say he's coming back with love. Nah, man, he's coming back to destroy. Because this kingdom, what you think? I mean, ask yourself, if you was the Most High, or Yahweh Shai, that's his proper name, and you're looking down here in America, you seen these homosexuality, you seen these abortions going on,
Abominations.
all these abominations, child sacrifices. You think you're gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna just bless this place? Nah, you're gonna be like, you know what, I gotta get rid of this planet. Go ahead, bring that.
Matthew 10:34. Think not that I come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
That was Yahweh Shai speaking. When the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Read that again? What he said? Because the Christians don't bring this out.
Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He said he came not to send peace, but a sword. The word sword means destruction. So as it gets closer and closer for the time for Yahweh Shai to appear, you think it's going to be more peace? Normalcy, as they call it? Oh, we're going to go back to normal? Nah, this is just the beginning, boy. The Most High, Yahweh Shai, they just warming up. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Man, look, man. And the reason we do what we do, man, because the Most High got the Spirit on us to do this. But hey, we telling you because we know, like we read these scriptures and we know through the Holy Spirit this shit is gonna be bad, man. But we can't even put it into words how bad it's gonna be, man. You can't even comprehend the type of destruction and chaos the Most High is about to unleash in the earth, man. It tell you in Jeremiah 30 that it's gonna be men out here in travail like women, man. Grown ass men. All these hardcore thug ass niggas gonna be out here like little bitches when all hell break loose, man.
The main part of it is because this is America, man. This place ain't seen no type of suffering.
Ever.
See? So when all hell breaks loose, it's gonna be fattened for the slaughter. You got more on?
Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Now, what does that mean? Like, why don't the Christians ever go into this or in church? Why don't they never bring out Isaiah 66:15? You know what you people are going to find out? You're going to find out really soon that your churches and your pastors that you're giving out all this money to, right? They rolling up in a fucking Bentley coupe, right? A Bentley coupe, and you scraping up quarters and shit to pay your tithes.
You just had one nigga that bought one of the pastors bought they call it the first lady of the church, whatever. Bought that bitch a brand new Lambo truck.
Look at that shit.
That shit lasted like 300 grand.
Man.
That's why Paul said, I robbed the churches. Because when the elect hears this truth, they ain't going to be up in them fucking churches anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Giving them tithes, giving them their money.
Yeah, well, you're going to find out these pastors, they don't know shit. Because the scriptures tell you that. You're going to run to them and say, what's going on? Or can you break this down for me? They're going to say,
That's sealed.
I don't understand. That's the book of Revelations. Don't go there. Right?
That book is sealed. Don't we need to know what's going to happen in the end? That's why you find it at the Revelation, man.
And just think about it, man. If this world is wicked and it's been given into the hand of the wicked, then won't these churches that are set up by this world, aren't they going to be teaching you a false doctrine, man? Yep. Why are they going to give you the way out when they are the wicked, man?
Well, see, you're thinking though. You got a brain. These people don't. And you got the Spirit of the Lord.
So Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
The Lord will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind. What are the chariots? You got it. Oh, there we go right here.
Yup.
The chariots.
So-called
the world calls them what? UFOs.
UAVs.
Right? UAVs. Unidentified flying objects. But the so-called UFOs, they're all over in the Bible. Yep. Matter of fact, you know what? Because I'm out here in Colorado, I was looking at the mountains. Yep. And I thought about Ezra.
God, big ass chariot.
Yep.
Man.
The book of Ezra, I said, yo, it said when the world calls Jesus Christ, when he comes down on his so-called UFO, and I believe when they call the planet Nibiru, I believe that's a chariot. Nibiru? Yeah, I believe that's a chariot. But he said his chariot, or what they call the UFO, is gonna be so big that's gonna look like a flying mountain that came out of the sky.
Oh shit, he had it a couple years ago. When that chariot rolled past the earth, they said the chariot was 10 times bigger than the earth.
Yeah. So the chariots, that's how they move, man. And they could go from that size and it could shrink to like a size of a quarter.
Oh yeah, there's
You had one in
video
your hotel room,
of
didn't you?
hottest
The
chick
hotel room,
challenge. There's these two Jakes doing that challenge, and there's orbs all over in the video. And you can see it because the Jake is all black, and all you see is orbs flying right past it.
See?
Hey, the chariots can manifest into anything they want to. They're spiritual beings, spiritual objects. See, technology way beyond what Esau can give you.
It's Isaiah 66 and 15. For the Lord will come with his chariot, his fire, and with chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury.
To render his anger. So when the Lord comes back, he's coming back with anger. Why? Because look, this kingdom, really, the earth, this is Yahushua's kingdom. This is his universe, right? What did it say in Colossians? All things were created by him and for him. So this universe is his. So he's coming back to what? To instill justice and balance back to this universe. Because this universe is out of balance, man. What did the Lord say? He said he deals with just weights and balances. That doesn't go into it goes into righteousness as well, right? Righteousness, so the balance is off. It's too much wickedness, right? So the most Yahushua got to come back. What is he? He's a master judge, right? He's got to come back and lay balance.
There's still judgment has to be poured out for all that Esau's racked up, man. It's like watching a movie about vengeance, and vengeance never gets played out. You see?
Yeah.
What's that scripture? I hate robbery for burnt offering. That's basically what Esau's done, man.
Yeah, you Edomites from the Bible, the Edomites are you so-called white people. You love to pull out rap sheets on Jake. You got these long-ass rap sheets. Right? You can roll that shit out all the way down the street. And then you'll give Jake triple, quadruple life sentences. Well, what did the Lord say in the book of Revelation? He said, your sins reach up to heaven. Now, that means your rap sheet can roll all the way up to
They're fucking
all the way up to the heavens.
You know, literally.
Yeah. So when you come back, see the Most High, man, is beautiful. The Most High played you devils. He let your wickedness build up to a point to where there's nothing left. The only judgment left is just totally destroy you. So in the kingdom of heaven, we gonna perfect what you've been trying to do, which is a complete genocide on the nation of Israel. Right? Complete genocide, meaning get rid of. That's the book of Psalms 83. You've been trying to get rid of the nation of Israel, and you've been somewhat successful, right? You went over there to the islands, Santo Domingo, and you damn near eradicated the Indians over there, right? Over here, you damn near eradicated Gad over here in different islands. But in the kingdom of heaven, pursuant to the book of Obadiah, oh yeah, I can't forget about Planned Parenthood with Margaret Singer. According to Esau, that was their most successful plan of genocide, to eradicate Jake using our own women, right? So when you read the book of Obadiah, we're going to show you how it's done, because we're going to totally eradicate 100% of the Edomites in the kingdom of heaven, all right? After you build up our kingdom in hardcore slavery. You're not going to get no PTOs, no paid holidays. What else? No fucking life insurance.
No HR.
No
complaints.
No bonuses.
Yeah, they gonna be like, yo,
They working us too hard, man. We're
they're gonna be like, yo, Master Guard is too rough. I'm gonna file a complaint to HR.
Nah.
Yo, got a swift kick in the ass. Right?
Got a quick step talking about balances. This is Obadiah, verse 15. Salakia, verse 16. For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continue. 15. Salakia, let me start at 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Whoa.
Thou,
Wait, read that again.
this is Obadiah, verse 15.
Yo, Obadiah, man,
You gotta go to the top.
there's one chapter, but woo, there's a
That's
reason why
heavy.
they never bring it out. Yo, why on the goddamn Discovery Channel, National Geographic documentary, all them Bible facts, why they never break down the book of Obadiah?
It's only a page long.
Yeah, it's only one
I
page
never knew that book.
long.
I didn't know that book was in the Bible when I first came to church. I said, oh my God, what's that? Where is that at?
And he was of the northern kingdom, Obadiah.
You want to start at the top, Bob?
Go ahead, bro. You got to.
You want to read?
Here, let me catch
Take
this
it to
verse
the
real
top.
quick
Con.
before you grab that.
I know 1080.
I'll let y'all brothers read.
It's just one verse. Isaiah 61:8. For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt
Say the
offering.
Most High loves judgment. When you look out here, ain't no judgment going on, man. All this wickedness going around. We should be able to hey man, we should be busy around the clock casting out judgment. But guess what? We in Esau society, so we can't do that.
Let's name some, because we out here, pursuant to Job 28, to condemn this kingdom, but not by our word, by the word of the Lord. So let's bring some out. LGBT.
Rainbow flag.
Yeah, the whole LGBT community, that's against the laws of the Most High. Men are not supposed to lay down with men. Women are not supposed to lay down with women. Man is not supposed to lay down with animals. I mean, y'all really think God bless America? You could go and marry your donkey or your horse if you wanted to.
Dude,
man,
11 states in America, it's legal to commit bestiality.
I think it's 4, but not to.
No, I think it's
Like-
Well, you know
it's-
what?
yeah.
Pretty soon it's gonna be all of America. Because
No.
what they trying to do right now, they trying to justify pedophilia. That's the next thing they trying to justify. It's to protect pedophiles. Here's another thing. Another thing they teach equality between the man and the woman. Well, when you read the scriptures, it clearly tells you, right? You don't need to break it down. It tells you clearly that the Most High set up the man and set up the woman to serve the man, right? But here in this society, they teach against that.
He didn't mean that literally, because figuratively, that's what it means. No, it's how Most High said it, man.
Yeah, it's in the Old Testament. Oh, we don't deal with the Old Testament.
Paul.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the New Testament. Paul broke it down. Because you Christians, you love to quote Paul.
Yeah, it is.
And shit, that's your hero.
The hero.
Right? Paul said it. You know? Even having long hair. Now that's a controversial thing right now, I guess. A man having long hair.
We were just talking about that. We had a dude came out to the camp last year. This man was arguing us up, and he was throwing away salvation just
He came
just so
back
he
in
could
the
keep his hat
following
on.
week to argue, remember?
Yeah.
So I'll come back next week with my scriptures. He came back just to argue us down that he could have long hair.
Okay. And Paul spoke about that because when you see long hair, sometimes that shit confuse the fuck out of you.
He always down
all
on
the
the
time.
Yeah,
That's baddie right
and
there.
these niggas be wearing tight jeans like women and shit, so they be having this long hair, they be in a in a club and shit, and the motherfucker it turns around as a fucking dude with all these trannies running around and shit.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is now so these are all things that are pushed and justified here in America, but it's against the scriptures. So when Yahushua comes back, he's coming back to pronounce judgment.
Yep. So, like, what are these things being established? What do they bring forth, man? All these things we just mentioned. Death. You see, but what you'll find with the law of the Most High, the Creator, you see that gave us a law how to govern this creation, that it's going to establish life, man. You see, even though it may seem kind of funny, kind of weird because we've been indoctrinated and our mind's been destroyed, you see, you could still take modern science and go into any topic of the law and still see that if you obey these things, you'll live, man. If you disobey these things, you'll get disease,
Perfect example.
sodomy. You see, all these things bring disease and death, man.
The dietary law. The Most High gave us that to keep us healthy, man. He told you not to eat shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. See, abominations. So your body could be functioning the right way. And Jake wonder why they got high blood pressure. Their knees and ankles all swole up. You see them old women, big mama, that big ass fucking slab of bacon hanging off the back of her arm. That's because all them damn chitlins, all them damn pork neck bones that she eat, man.
Jay calls it a delicacy because they're walking to that vibration of Esau's punk ass.
I just seen the meme, man. They said, I won't tell nobody I hit the lottery, but there will be hints. This nigga had a cup of ramen with a lobster tail sitting in it. Like that's a fucking luxurious meal. No, man, that's sickness, bro.
That's just an ocean cockroach.
Yeah, bro. The Most High gave us these laws for a moral code, man. It's something to keep us in the way, keep us protected. The law on adultery. You don't do this because a man found out you popping this woman. He is justified in putting your ass and her ass to death. So let's stay away from that so we won't have this go on. You know what I'm saying? And if it does happen, we'll make a public example, bring both of their asses to the town square, get the biggest stone you can get, and slang them at their ass.
And what's that going to do? Strike fear of the Most High, man. You're going to fear the Most High because of the judgment you saw. But what's happened in this world? They fear Esau because of the judgment they've seen Esau bring forth, man. Because it goes all the way back to slavery, man.
Now we can bump it up another level. Brother get Deuteronomy 4:7, I believe, right? And this is why we're suffering these curses. Why our people specifically, whom they call so-called minorities. There's a reason why, no matter where you go in this world, it could be here in America or internationally, our people are in the ghettos. We're in the same condition everywhere. Now we even have our own people that they call like mixed breeds. Here today they call them mixed breeds, which means you might have had like a so-called black man that got down with a Chinese woman, or an East Indian, and they had a child. So even when you go to international countries, India, China, Japan, you have little sections of their own people that are outcasts. They're in the hood. They push it aside. They're the poor, homeless, and they're dark skinned, kinky hair, because it's a spiritual thing. And the reason why is why? Because these laws that we're discussing, dietary laws. There's even laws on how to dress. A man is not supposed to put on a dress, and a woman is not supposed to put on man's attire.
Common sense will tell you that's
Yeah, but common sense ain't common.
Yeah, that's right.
So these things lead to confusion, and also to lead to the Most High giving you a big middle finger up and putting curses on you so that we don't thrive. This is why we're effed up today, because we turn our backs against the Most High. Now somebody got Deuteronomy?
I got you.
All right,
Let me make another point. And Jack could come up here and ask us, well, why we going to do this? Why we going to do this? We're telling you why. You being disobedient to the Most High, He punishing you.
That's it.
You, as the Israelites, you were set up on the earth to be the Most High's vessel of glorification. And you forsaking your post as that chosen people to follow in the ways of the heathen. So no, guess what? You have to be punished according to Deuteronomy 28:15.
Could I add to what you're saying? In English, you know, our people will say, oh, you have bad luck. In Spanish, oh, you're salado. You know, that's what they just sit to. It's like, oh, well, it's just bad luck. No, it's not. It's the curses.
Deuteronomy 4:5. It says what? Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, right? In the churches, they say the 10 Commandments. There's way more than 10 Commandments. 613 commandments, right?
Even as Yahweh my power commanded me that you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it.
Now, who's speaking here? This is Moses, right? If you go to Deuteronomy 1:1, it tells you that these are the words that Moses spake to the children of Israel. So the point is that these laws, statutes, commandments, these dietary laws, everything we're talking about, the Most High gave them to the nation of Israel, not for the other nations, because contrary to popular belief that God loves everyone and Jesus loves everyone, it's not so. It ain't so. Not according to the Bible, right? These laws that y'all can do whatever you want. If you want to eat pig, you're a heathen, go ahead.
If you want to go get 450 chips, you can do that.
Yeah.
The Israelites, you are not to go do that shit, man.
And that goes into what we were talking about earlier, how the Most High, he set up the prophets to deliver his message, because he ain't going to come down and just start talking to people. He created the Israelites to give the law to govern his creation. So he's created all things to fulfill an order, man. You see, and by the world trying to get rid of the people who were meant to uphold that law, this is what you ask him for, man. You see, so order and separation is a good thing in order to cause this place to flourish, man.
Hey, so listen. I remember you say your favorite car is what, the P1?
The P1.
The McLaren, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this shit now. You got the owner of McLaren. He gonna give you this car, but he gonna give you what with it? An owner's manual. What gas to put in it, what oil to put in it. You see, how you're supposed to drive it, how you're supposed to switch the gears, right? That causes the car to function the right way. Most I did the same thing with the laws, statutes, and commandments. This earth has a way it's supposed to be ran. Right. And when you look into the earth, it's so polluted because what? The rulers of the earth right now have taken our owner manual and thrown it behind the back. We're gonna do it our way. They putting fucking oil, they putting oil in the gas tank, gas in the oil, where the oil's supposed to be. They putting the wrong tires on it. You see, you got the transmission fluid where the windshield wiper should be. You see? this confusion, man.
That's why the world is in total chaos.
Verse 6 says what? Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Boom, that's the point. This is your wisdom in the sight of nature, because at one point, we were royalty. We ruled this earth. When you go to school, right, they teach you about the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages, but they don't really go into it. And they don't tell you why was it called the Dark Ages. What did they teach? If y'all remember, well, they taught when I was going to school. They taught that it was called the Dark Ages because it was a dark time in history. There was no technology. You know, nothing was invented. But then you come into this truth, right? You go into the book of Revelations 20, right? You start breaking that down. You go into the history and you start finding out, oh shit, the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages, it was dark people ruling. We were royalty. And we had these Edomites, so-called white people, they were slaves under us, working for us, right? Yeah. But at the beginning of time, when you read the book of Genesis, the Most High set us up, right? Our people, we were royalty. We were the rulers of the earth. But in order to remain in that position, we had laws, statutes, and commandments that we had to follow, to judge by, right? So we fell off from that. So the Most High, what? He took us from that position that we were once in, that royal position. And this is when you read about what they teach you in school, the Renaissance period. Now that they go all into that, the Renaissance period.
Oh man.
Yeah, they go all into. Everybody knows about that shit. But that's where that image, that false image, came about of Caesar Borgia.
They made all type of movies about it.
All types of movies, his cable TV, History Channel, and they go all into it. Everybody knows about it.
Got a whole damn day.
Yeah.
Out of the Renaissance, man.
So we went from that point of being rulers of the earth to where we are right now. Right? That's what's that? Ecclesiastes, I believe, where it says, "I've seen servants upon horses." Right? And I've seen. If somebody knows what that's at,
Grab that. And then you had equestrian staff where Roosevelt sitting on the horse. Yep. You had Judah on one side and Gad, Northern Kingdom on the other side, showing that Esau conquered us, man. You know?
Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right, now this Ecclesiastes, that was written by King Solomon. And King Solomon was speaking in the spirit. And he said, I have seen servants upon horses. What is horses, what do they represent?
Power.
Represents power. You know? You saw these times now, you saw the times of slavery, right? When you had Esau, which were the taskmasters, right? And they were trotting around on the horses with the whips and beating Jake. With Jake was the princes. What is our name? Yasharallah. What does Yasharallah mean? Prince of power. He is a prince of power. Right? So we are the princes. You see? Meaning what? We're joint heirs, we're joint rulers. Sons of the king. So when Yahushua comes back to claim his dominance, right? Guess who's gonna be part of that? The nation of Israel.
Right.
Namely the men, the sons of Israel. Right? The princess. You see? And you women, y'all just gonna fall in line. That's not even a
That's gonna be a blessing.
that's easy.
You're gonna be finally back up under the true rulers of the earth. In your right position as a woman. Loving us, man. You're gonna love us. You see?
I got a quick second.
Back to us.
Lamentation 5 and 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hands.
God, servants. Talking about who? Esau, Edomites. These other nations as well, but mainly Esau. Yo, if you don't believe me, man, hey, brother, let's get this real quick. Hey, let's get Job 30, please. All right?
I got a...
All right. If you don't, just hold that real quick. Let's go to Job 30 real quick.
Somebody grab Job 30.
Job 30. I know we hopping around, but
That's all
it's
good.
out of spirit.
30 and 1.
30 and 1, I believe.
I got you.
All right.
Job 30 and 1. Gotta be quick on the call, baby. Job 30 and 1. But now they have But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
Yeah, so who's he speaking about?
Devil.
He's talking, the devil, Esau, right? He said, those that are younger than I have me in derision. Derision means got them all fucked up. Like in the condition we're in right now, right? Now, what does that mean? He that is younger than us.
Spiritually.
Yeah, spiritually, but younger means a nobody, right? Like it's insignificant. Like Jake, right? If you somebody that's insignificant, call you a youngin, man, you just a youngin. Get out of here, right? So Job said, "Them that are younger than I have us in derision." So nobody. You can link that up with
Maybe smaller one to eat.
that, but really Daniel, the Lord said, "I set up the bases of men." The Most High ruled the kingdom of men. He set up He set up the bases of men. That's basically what Job was saying. Those that are younger than I have me in derision. Go ahead.
It says, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs on my flock.
Yeah, so these Edomites, I noticed something, man. They stopped making caveman movies. Back in like the 80s and shit.
Look at that chariot.
Call on Yahweh Bashem Yahshua.
Check it out.
Call Allah Yahweh
Hey, see, we were talking about the angels earlier, man, being around us, right? We were talking about the angels being around us.
That's right.
You know?
And it faded out.
That's right.
Psalm 34:7.
Hey,
That's it right there.
You wouldn't have them lay with your dog. You got
Con.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. See? See, what Job says, like, he wouldn't even let these Edomites be around his dogs. Because an Edomite will ditch his woman and get with a dog. The Edomite woman would ditch a man, right? The so-called modern woman. She'll ditch a man and get with a dog.
You see it out here, especially, man. These motherfuckers got so many dogs out here, but it's ridiculous how they treat it. It make you not even like dogs, man. And I love dogs. It's like, man,
You always
look.
pointed out how these women always have these big ass dogs. Those Edomite women.
These Edomite dogs, man, they be all weird and shit.
Yeah.
They be having that Starbucks dog be all weird.
He
You all retarded.
got their posts, you know, they tell you not to talk bad about them because their relationship with their dogs, you know, and they even go to the point where they nail dogs. That way they don't scratch them up when they're doing their thing with them.
And hey, you remember that line on Friday After Knicks when the landlord came into the house like, "Craig, tell your fine daddy." I said, you know what I'm saying? Don't you know that these fucking Edomites got a bumper sticker to say that shit? Tell your dog I say hi.
Oh,
Yep.
see? So that's why Job said that. But I was going into them caveman movies. Back in like the 90s and 80s, they used to make caveman movies. They had cartoons, Captain Caveman, and all that. And they stopped making a Geico commercial, right? Yeah, so hey, you know what? When you think about it, when we start going on YouTube like really hard, they stopped putting out them Geico commercials. So easy a caveman.
And that's
to
the
do.
only time they really showed you truth because they depicted that Geico was an Edomite, you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't Jake.
Exactly. So you devils, you don't like to go into that history because that's where you come from, right? I never.
right over there.
Hey, cherries to everyone, man.
Hey,
That's our Air Force,
All
man.
praise to Yahweh, Shah. They coming for that reconnaissance mission, man.
Oh, what Elijah? Who was it? Elijah?
There are more of them.
They're more with
That
us
be with
than
us. They be with them. Yeah, China got
Woo!
China got a billion reserve on our army. That's a reserve army. They got like 1 billion soldiers.
We got more than
Right? Man, you read when you go into Ezra, it says China, Russia, all the world, they all gonna have their armies. That's billions upon billions, billions of armies.
You say an innumerable number of men.
Innumerable number. That means foot soldiers, fucking in the water, in the air, on the ground. And it tells you Yahweh Shai, one blast is gonna turn them mofos into dust. Yes.
That show you how big Yahweh Shai chariot is, man. For that just concentrated down and just destroyed everything in sight, man.
Hey, what did he tell Pontius Pilate? He said, look, I lay my life down on the line. He basically said, look, if I want to, I can send out legions of angels and take this whole shit out. Now it's 2,000 years ago, right? 2,000 years ago, what did the Lord say? The day of vengeance burneth them. He's been waiting. In the spirit world, it's more like two days.
Man.
But down here, it's 2,000 years. But he's been waiting. It's been 2 days, so that heat from them soldiers that pierced him, everything he went through, is burning inside of him.
That's fresh.
But what's really making him want to come down here, when you read the book of Revelation and tell you that the spirits, the angels, they crying to the Most High to come down and save the brethren. Because remember, we're Yahushua's little brother, basically like his little brothers.
Come today.
You want to come and get us the F out of here, man.
I know that feeling, being an older
That's
brother.
why they keep
Yeah.
rolling
You
up
always
every
want
time we
to take
get
your
to the
little brother,
camps.
man.
God.
Somebody picking on your little brother, you want to be dad? Or shit, you do be dad, huh?
So we read Isaiah 66:15. It said, the Lord shall plead with fire, the Lord will plead with all flesh. And he's going to start over there
That's
in the Middle
right.
East, right? When it said that when the Lord comes, it's going to be like the glory of the sun. Rise, what does that mean? That means the sun rises in the east, Yahushua is going to come from the east. He's going to end up right over here. Because they, man, because he going to beat them chariots. I mean, he going to beat the missiles over here. And we speaking about Russia earlier, right? Now, man, there's so many scriptures, man, right? So many scriptures. Now, man, we go in the Apocrypha when the Lord speaks about an arrow. When you shoot an arrow, when the Lord shoots that arrow, there's no turning back, right? That's talking about the nuclear missiles. Now, you got ICBM missiles. That's old technology. That shit is old. Russia got hypersonic missiles.
You got this guy talking about how
That's what.
Man,
every nation has hypersonic missiles except for Babylon the Great. That was by design by the Most High, man.
man, if we have a chance, because we could get Joel, because that goes all into the missiles. And then, what's that, Ezekiel, the land of unwalled villages? Because that goes into just what you said. America is the land of unwalled villages. Isaiah 34. All right?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yep.
But you got motherfuckers talking about America ain't in the Bible. Shit. If you got the spirit, you understand it, man. It's Job 30. Job 30:2 says what? Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste.
Yep, and that's going into what? Into their history when they were cavemen, right? Because Job's gonna go into it. Matter of fact, let's read on.
It says, verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes.
Cut up mallows by the bushes, so did it go into the part where they pray?
Not yet.
Okay, let's go.
It says what? And juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men.
Yep.
They cried after them as after a thief.
You know what that means? They were driven forth among men, meaning wherever you went, you Edomites, you so-called white people, whatever country or nation you went into, get your ass out of here, get boy, because they knew. Number one, you was nasty and dirty.
They still, man.
Shit, I was back. Shit, today they nasty, man. Look,
Man,
I work in corporate, man.